tonight. We'll give them 1 more minute. And then I'm going to jump right in. And we're actually going to work on our dance. So we're going to learn our dance again, because I really feel that it is important to memorize things, that we use our body as part of the memorization, because it really helps to balance our mental and our physicalness. And by getting into something with a simple dance steps, you can then like allow your energy to come into balance also. So we'll go right ahead, and I'm going to work with you too on the steps. So there are 2, we're just going to work on for a second. We're just going to do, we're not going to practice the choreography, which means the steps that are put together. We're just going to practice some of the actions. So the first action that we're going to practice is when we stamp our foot 4 times. Oh, good. Sheila's here. Oh. Sheila. Awesome. We're just getting started, Sheila. And what I was explaining, I'm not sure if you heard, is that I'm just going to show, we're just going to work on the actions that are a part of the choreography. We're not going to practice the choreography first. Let me turn on my timer, because I don't want to get, I've got other things to do also, so keep myself in time. So the first thing we're going to practice is we're just going to practice stamping our foot 4 times and switching to the other side and stamping that foot 4 times. So we put our weight on our right foot, we pick up our left foot, and we tap our foot 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I never put my weight on it. I only say my weight is on my back foot. Then I'm going to take the front foot, put it back, and step the other foot forward. Now I'm on the other foot for the 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3. So practice a few times. Just kind of try it for yourself. See if you can get that switch to be smooth and a little bit agile. 3, 4. Like a cat right there in the middle. Jump, jump. It's like a little low jump. 3, 4, up, down. 2, 3, nice. Up, down. 2, last one on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're just going to keep switching. Switch. I never put my weight on the front foot. I always, whatever foot is the back foot, is the foot that has the weight on it. So here it is, my right foot. Now my weight is on my left foot. Right foot. Nice. Good. And just practice a few times on your own. Make it nice and spry and agile. There's a little bit of an up-down feeling. Up, down. But it's like you catch yourself. You throw it and you drop it. And that makes it nice and agile. Your knees are bent. Okay. And let's stop there. Shake out your legs a little bit. And we're going to put those 2 parts together. So it's 4 steps on the left side. We jump and do 4 steps on the right side. And then we do 4 switches. Okay? So let's try that. That's the beginning, in a sense, of the piece of choreography. We're going to start with our left foot. And we stamp it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, now 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So in this position, your left foot is back and your right foot is forward. Right? All right. So let's try that again. Yes, let's try that again. We're going to start with our left foot for 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we got to be agile. We got to be like cats because it's going to be a little faster. The 4 is a little slower because we have time to do the movement. Then we got to kind of keeping the time. We have to be able to be agile in the middle there. Let's try that one more time and we'll go on after that. Here we go. Starting with our left foot. Good, let's do that again. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what it looks like me doing it to the side. I'm gonna start with my left foot. Ready? Here we go. Switch to the right. Now 4 switches. So you see all of these times that I did those switches, my weight stayed in the back of my body. We do one more switch next, but in this one, we actually are going to step forward with the foot that goes forward. So the foot that's forward now, it steps back, and then I step forward with the other foot. So let's try that again. This is where I just finished the last of the 4 switches. I'm going to do a 5th switch. I'm going to put the foot down, and I'm going to step forward. Whoops, sorry. I just totted over there a little bit. Don't fall over because I did. All right, let's try that again from the, where am I? Oh, this is the hard spot for me. Boom, boom. Okay. Trying to do it in reverse. All right, maybe I'll turn here and we'll do it over here. Let's start with our, let's do it from the top with our left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4. Now this one, switch and turn towards your left. So that one kind of makes a little sideways veer step. So that looks like this. I'm trying to see how best to show you what that looks like. Okay, maybe here. And I would do a grapevine. Let's practice our grapevine for a second so we know what we're doing. Basically what happens is after the 4 switches, we do the 1 switch that makes us step forward, then we're going to do 1 grapevine, and then we're going to do another grapevine. It's just the switch step leads us into the grapevine. So the grapevine looks like this, facing forward for a second. We step out, we step behind, we step out, and we touch our foot. That's a grapevine. We step open, we step behind, we step open, and we touch. If it's too difficult to step behind, you can just step together like this. I'll do it without the step behind, but I'll say step behind. Step behind, step and touch. Step behind, step and touch. So we add the first one of those into that little switch step. So that looks like this. We're like this at the end of our dance, at the end of the 4 switches. And we're going to go, here's the new switch. Then I do grapevine. Out, back, out, touch, and then in the other direction. Out, back, out, touch. Okay, so let's come back to that switch step. This is how we ended the first part of the dance. Oh, too far forward, sorry. This is how we ended the first part of the dance, the end of the 4 switches. Now we're going to do that 5th switch. Switch your feet, grapevine, out, behind, out, touch, out, behind, out, touch. Now we're going to walk back. Walk back 1, walk back 2, walk back 3, and this is where the dance would start again. It is, in a sense, 3 counts of 8. All right, so let's take a moment, and we're thinking for a second using our mental. We're mentally going to think of what we're doing. The first thing we do is our double tapping. Get that in your brain. Visualize yourself doing that. Now you have the 4 switches. Then you have one more switch. Switch, grapevine, grapevine, walk back 2, 3. Start again. All right. So let's try to just do that together. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to do it in front of you. And let's just see if we can bring it together. Start again. Switch. 4 switches. 5th switch, jump, grapevine. Grapevine. Back step. We're going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 4 switches. Big switch, step, grapevine. Back step. How did it go? Did it go all right? All right, so nice. Thanks you guys for humoring me with that. I really appreciate it. I would like you all to lay down on your backs. Marcia, is that good for you today on your back?
No, I can do it.
Okay, awesome. Take your time. Find yourselves down to your backs. You're going to be on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. And then I'll catch you up when you're all down there. So while you're setting yourselves up, you can rest your fingertips somewhere gently between your, so make sure your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the floor. Yeah, like you're helping your back rest into the floor. And just putting your fingers between the area between your ribs and your belly button. Try to find your pulse in between your ribs and your belly button. It might not be right in the center. You might need to move your fingertips a little bit to the side or the other side. Just tune in to your navel center, your seat of power. The optimal would be right in the center with a nice strong beat right there in that center spot. But sometimes it isn't really happening there. So we do things to help center our navel center. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your knees up towards, up towards your hands can grab onto your knees. So one hand on top of each kneecap, like it's, over the top. You don't have to pull in so tight, Deb. You're going to have your hands kind of holding the top of your knees. Because what's going to happen as you breathe in, your knees are going to pull away gently, straightening your arms out. And then as you breathe out, you pull your knees towards your belly button. So it's a wave. Breathe in, let your knees. Do you need to see? It'll look like this. So when I breathe in, my arms are straight and my knees are pulling away. And then as I breathe out, I pull my knees in towards my belly. My butt lifts up a little bit and I curl. I breathe in, I let my knees pull away, but I'm holding on to them so they don't go anywhere. And breathe out, your lower back rounds, you pull your knees in. Breathe in when your knees go away. And just do that for a few moments on your own. Just settle into your breathing. It's almost like you're a bellows. Breathe in, your knees pull away. Pull your knees back into your chest as you breathe out, long and slow. Really feel your bottom pick up as you pull your knees in. Take a few more rounds. And now let your knees drop. And once again, put your hands down and find your inner navel pulse. And see if it's shifted, if it's a little stronger, if it's in a different spot. So today we're going to practice a number of exercises that incorporate breath of fire. But instead of the typical breath of fire that we do with a short breath in with the nose and out with the nose, we're going to do this breath of fire through a rounded O mouth. So the breath goes in and out through your mouth, and your mouth might get a little dry. Just practice for a moment that kind of sensation. Your belly pulls in and pushes the air out, just like in the other one. It may actually feel a little easier to do this, to have a stronger rhythm. Let's just keep practicing for about a minute to really let that breath go. I'm going to time us. We practice breath of fire to cleanse ourselves. It's like an inner scrub brush, scrubbing away impurities and toxins, blockages, mental and physical ones. Keep going, really keep that breath going. If you lose track of it, you need to take a breath in and out, go right ahead and just pick up right again. We have about 20 more seconds, so keep on going. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath in for a moment. Tighten your root lock, anus, sex organs up into your belly button. Pull it all together and hold your breath. And release. Some of the benefits to using breath of fire: it expands lung capacity, and it increases vital strength all through the body. It's also known as skull shining breath in other styles of yoga. They call it Kapalabhati. So think of yourself like a shining light, like you're cleaning your house, you're scrubbing. All right, so you're going to let your legs out long, and you're going to slide your hands under your bottoms, because you're going to use that. You might have to find where it's right for you. We're going to do double leg lifts. So you breathe in, lift your legs up to 90 degrees to the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, you lower them back down. So be able to do that with your hands should be able to help you if you can get them all the way down to the ground. You have to find where your hands support you in that motion. So we breathe in and we lift our legs up. And then we breathe out, we left our legs down. And breathe in, up. And these are long exercises, so you're kind of in it for the long haul. But now you're going to bring in that breath of fire. And no, it won't be as fast as it was when you were just doing nothing. But I want it to be rhythmic with your breathing. So you may not be going, because you can't move your body that fast, but yet your body should be nice and strong, up and down. There you go. You have a couple more minutes, so go for the gold. Use your hands to support your lower back. If you need to take a break, you will, but if you can, you just keep on piling up. If you need to put one leg down and just do one leg at a time, we are going to do alternate, but if you need to do one leg only for X amount of times and then put your other leg down and switch, I'll let you know when we're about halfway through the exercise. So keep on going. Breathing in and out, breath of fire. I'm going to join you. I'm up here. Got my timer. My legs are going slower than my breath. They couldn't keep up with me. Keep using your navel center to pump. This action is extremely balancing. It helps to open up the front of your
choir rehearsal Wednesday night
groin area.
Maybe we could take some roses to
up and down. Keep at it on your own. I'm just going to do something quickly. You keep on going. Keep that breath of fire going, going, going. Keep on going. You're doing a beautiful job. Have your feet flat and your toes kind of stretched forward for the last minute. Good job, everybody. Keep going. Believe that you can. Be creative if you feel like you can't continue. Be creative so that you can continue. You can face the challenge. Be agile and flexible and strong. Here we go. Breathe in. Bring your legs up. Hold your breath for a few moments. And then very slowly start to lower your legs as you breathe out at the same time. Slow as you can. Feel the opening in the front of your hip area through your groin and your lower belly just before your feet go to the ground. And then release. Let your hands out by your sides and just take a few moments to notice how you feel with a sense of calmness, even after exertion. Notice for yourself how you feel. Okay, so we're going to continue on with that breath, but now we're going to do alternate leg lifts. So once again, if you like to slide your hands under your hips, you can. You do not have to if it's not what you want to do. With the breath of fire, one leg will come up, and then it will go down. The other leg will come up, and it will come down. Breathing in and out in that rounded mouth. Be as rapid as you possibly can. Allow yourself to get into it. Go for it. Use that breath to power you, to clean you, to energize you. Keep at it, nice and strong, nice and steady, slow and steady, strong and steady. Go for it. A really strong abdominal exercise. Once again, very balancing. Allow yourself to get into it. Just about 20 more seconds. Keep going. Try to pile it on for the last 20. Go as fast as you can, even if you think you can't go faster. One more on both sides. And let your legs down. Release your hands. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Just notice the powerful sensation in your belly area. Notice the vibration. Maybe put your hands again between your ribs and your navel and seek again for your inner pulse. You probably can feel it a lot easier. I bet it's pounding a little bit. Okay, we're going to rock and roll or somehow roll yourself up. I like to do one rock and roll to bring myself to seated. Good try, everybody. Nice job. And we're going to do two versions of a cow pose. So cow pose is when you're on your hands and your knees, and your hands are just under your shoulders, and your knees are under your hips. So there's about 2 fists distance between your knees, and your arms are not locked straight. There's actually just a little bend in your elbows, tiny, and that makes you be able to bring your elbows, kind of pull them in a little bit. But just a little, nothing exaggerated. And now we let our belly drop down. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose. Once again, with the rounded mouth. Oops, where's my timer? We're going to do leg lifts. So alternate leg lifts. I'm going to pick one leg up behind me and stretch it out and lift it up as high as I can. And then I'm going to bring that back down to the initial starting point. And then I'm going to lift the other leg up as far as I can. And it's going to go back down. And once again, we use that breath of fire. So here we go. Once again, this is with rapidly in rhythm with your breath. So make sure you feel your whole hand on the floor so your hand isn't going to get tired. Lift your chest a little bit up so that it's not, you're not falling down in the chest area. Rounded mouth, breath of fire. O breath, O fire. Allow your body just to feel what it's feeling. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. Remember, you're cleaning your own house. Just about 30 seconds more. Come on, we can do it. Two more on both sides. Come back into cow pose. Breathe in, drop your belly, lift your tail. Roll your chest open, open, open. And then as you breathe out, just rock back gently to sit back on your heels if that's possible for you, or you could come up onto your knees like this for just a moment because we have to do another set on our hands. So what you might want to do for just one moment is to roll your wrists. I just keep my hands kind of going around, and then they spin away. So bring them towards you now, Marsha. And the back of the hand, Sheila, the back of the hands are touching each other, and my hands are pointing to my body. Now bring there you go. And then they spin out, and then they kind of circle around, and they come back in. Oh, that's fine. You can just roll your wrists around a little bit, whatever. That's fine, just how it is. Beautiful. Yes, Deb, you got that. All right. So we have a shorter version where we're doing a balance. So Sheila, I'll show you just to come here. So my hands are here, and then I'm just turning my hands over. I bring my hands towards me. I spin them out like I'm handing, and then I just roll the palms towards each other. Then they roll sorry, gosh. It's like I'm just rolling. Yeah, beautiful. All right, everybody, awesome. All right, so we're going back into our cow pose. This time, what we're doing is we're doing alternate with a hand and a foot. So you might want to watch me for 1 second so you see what I'm doing. I'm in my cow pose. I'm going to lift, in my case, one leg back and the opposite hand out. Then those two come back. And then it's opposite. So right now it's my left hand and my right foot. And now my right hand and my left foot. Okay, so it's called balancing table. Or balancing, yes, good. And so you're going to do that once again with your rounded mouth. 1 solid minute. You want to go for it. Fast as you can, nice and rapid. Hand up, hand down. Hand up, hand down. Opposites. I can't see all of you on the floor, so just know it's left and right and left. Probably getting a little sweaty right about now. That's okay. Keep going. We're centering our navel, our strength, our ability to be resilient and balanced, flexible. 10 more seconds. Keep going. It's about 3 more on both sides. When you get to one side, now breathe in. Hold that position. Try to hold it. Look straight down at the floor. Breathe out. Bring your hand down. Breathe in. Stretch the other hand and the other foot. Find your balance. Feel it in your belly. Strengthen your belly to hold yourself flat like a table. And release. And once again, slowly roll yourself back. Take a moment and get yourself centered again, and then we're going to stand up. So when you feel ready, might be a good time to have a drink of water if you have water close by. especially because we just went down and we got up. We don't want to be lightheaded. Okay, so this isn't a long exercise either. I think it's a minute. We're going to move rhythmically and rapidly, once again doing our O mouth breath of fire. And what we're going to do is our hands are going to be out in front of us. We're going to squat down and we're going to come up. So you're going to move rapidly and rhythmically. Breathe that rounded mouth breath of fire. Keep your hands right in front. Don't lower the hands. Don't lower the hands down. They stay straight out in front of you. Just your butt's going down. Like you're an elevator. Down and up. Down and up. Don't take the hands down. If you see my body, my hands are staying straight in front of me. Come on, we have about 20 more seconds. Now maybe try like maybe 10 or 10 more. 3, 4, 5. Let's do 2 more. 1. And last one, 2. Good job. Breathe in. Lift your arms high. Gather all that strength and groundedness. And just let it float down. And just once again, for one moment, standing still, notice how you feel. And we're going to come and sit down. And you can sit down in crisscross or you can sit on a chair, whichever will be more comfortable for you. I'm just going to stop the music for a second here. So the next exercise is one of those ones that has a little bit of an endurance aspect to it. So it's up to you to be creative when your brain is telling you that you can't do it anymore because your brain is telling your body it's not possible anymore. And then you kind of got to let your brain stop telling your body that it can't do it anymore because you're going to adapt it to make yourself be able to continue. What you're going to do is arms are going to be straight, palms facing each other, and the arms are kind of open like a big piece of pie. That's position. This is the other position, straight up above your head. So the inhale will be here, and the exhale will be here. Good, you're going to be sitting nice and tall, like you're being held up by a string at the back of your head. So your chin is slightly dropped, allowing your eyes to rest slightly closed, like maybe 9/10 closed. If you have to lower your arms a little bit, you could have them more in front of you to keep it going, and then you could try to bring them back up again. You don't have to do that unless you need to. Try to keep them straight, like you're pumping a big bellows above your head. Like you're channeling you're pumping out all of your impurities and your blockages, like you're squeezing them up through a tube of toothpaste and it's shooting out the top there. All right, keep going. We have about 30 more seconds. Keep going at it. Believe in yourself. Creatively, with grace and ease. With a little smile in your eyes. All right, last one. Breathe in. Stretch your arms up. Stretch them a little higher. Reach. Let's go reaching. Reach, reach. Switch hands. Reach a little higher. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Reach a little left hand up, then right hand up, then left and right, left and right. Reach them up as high as you can. Breathe in. And a big breath out. Float your arms down. Put your hands in for your lap for a moment. And just take a breath in and a breath out. And just notice how you're feeling. No judgment. Building up your strength, the vitality. I remember when I was a kid, and there's the Zoom TV show. I had the Zoom catalog. I still have it. And this plain princess, she's so plain, and everybody thinks she's so plain. But then at one point, she cooks the soup, and it makes her cheeks get rosy, and blah blah blah. And her hair, frizzes up, and then all of a sudden, she's this beautiful princess. So you think about that. There's kind of like we're kind of pumping up from the inside, and it's kind of making this like inner glow come out of you. So you're like the princess in the story. Please sit for one moment here. And I'm just going to put on a song that we can listen to. And then we're going to take a little bit of a rest. Just take a few breaths here. Put your hands in Gyan Mudra, which is the AOK symbol. And just rest them by your legs. Just rest them comfortably on your legs. Drop your chin gently. And just let your head be lifted like a string is at the back of it. And you're just hanging there gently. And it's aligning your spine all the way down to the ground. And take a breath in. And a breath out. Just listen to the chant for a few moments. Govinda brings you to the inner core of self where you feel the most secure. Hari removes old pains, blockages, and limited beliefs. And if you would please now take yourselves into a lying down position so you continue this meditative state into a resting position now, into Shavasana or lying on your back. Cover yourself with a blanket if you like. Put a pillow under your knees if you like. Just try to let everything relax though. So don't aim for sensation. Just allow yourself to go deep inside to that place of utter security, that inner core. Let your feet drop out. Your hands go soft. Make sure your teeth are not clenched together, but rest your tongue at the top of your mouth behind your teeth. Connect the head to the heart to the gut. Allow your heart to open. Accept that word in to your heart. Feel like your heart is singing this chant. So I found a poem I thought I would share with you in these last few moments of resting. It's called Next Time, Ask More Questions by Naomi Shihab Nye. Before jumping, remember the span of time is long and gracious. No one perches dangerously on any cliff till you reply. Is there a pouch of rain desperately thirsty people wait to drink from when you say yes or no? I don't think so. Hold that thought. Hold everything. When they say crucial, well, maybe for them. Hold your horses and your minutes and your Hong Kong dollar coins in your pocket. You are not a corner or a critical turning page. Wait. I'll think about it. This pressure you share is a misplaced hinge, a fantasy. I am exactly where I want to be. I'll read that one more time. Next time, ask more questions by Naomi Shihab Nye. Before jumping, remember the span of time is long and gracious. No one perches dangerously on any cliff till you reply. Is there a pouch of rain desperately thirsty people wait to drink from when you say yes or no? I don't think so. Hold that thought. Hold everything. When they say crucial, well, maybe for them. Hold your horses and your minutes and your Hong Kong dollar coins in your pocket. You are not a corner or a critical turning page. Wait. I'll think about it. This pressure you share is a misplaced hinge, a fantasy. I am exactly where I want to be. You can slowly begin to bring some movements into your hands, your toes, feet, wrists and ankles. Stretch your arms over your head to the floor behind and stretch your feet way away so you're like on a rack, like you're stretching. Oh. Maybe doing a side stretch. Sometimes they call it cat stretching. I prefer to drop both knees over to one side and turn my torso up towards the ceiling, and then drop my other knees to my knees off to the other side and keep my torso up towards the ceiling. That's kind of, I like the two knees together. I find I injure myself less when I do it more like that than when I find I often twinge my back if I do the single knee stretch. And whenever you're ready, you're going to rock and roll or roll yourself over to a side, and you're going to bring yourself up to seat. And let's rub our hands to make them warm. You're going to put one hand on your heart. Sheila, you're going to come up and sit. Maybe we'll wait. We'll keep rubbing there. Lots of cheek. We'll put one hand on our heart center and the other hand on top. Drop your elbows down. Drop your chin down. Take a breath in. Drop your chin down. Give yourselves that happy, healthy, loving squeeze you so definitely deserve. And thank you guys so much for being here tonight and letting me express myself creatively for you. So thank you so much. It was lovely to see you all. Please feel free to unmute and questions